pledge love and loyalty to be country salo. Now here we there, here we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall.
To all Sierra Leoneans, time to wake up and embrace your destiny. The ancestors have not just called you, they have entrusted you. You are the keeper of keys, the voice of memory, and the architect of awakening. If the torch becomes a fire, you are the one to light it. Your spirit is ready. May your words plant trees. May your truth become a drumbeat. May your courage be remembered in stone. We are building more than a message. We're building people. We are building ourselves, all of us. You are creating more than a message. You are shaping yourself. You are building you, all of you. Declare your presence as a torchbearer. This is not the start of your work. It is a return to your work. Do not wait for the world to be ready. The trumpet has sounded. Rise. You are not rebuilding Sierra Leone alone, but you are one of the summoners, those who wake the sleeping not with fear, but with vision. Amanla, Ashe, and so be it. Amen, amen, and amen.
The people that they get, then I go shem. They make me put the king in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them best scripture. They make me put the king in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them best scripture. We pledge love and loyalty to the country salo. Now here we there, here we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. We let we salo. As in a place like home, I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them.
Famulem, on a good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever on a day. Afumami no piari sekenu. Bonde siakbele aua kauyena. Today, we will come look at a very, 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 very important issue. The issue of education. How education now a big part of the problem we'll get in Sierra Leone today. How education, if we not change them, we problem not go solve in Sierra Leone. You see, when we they go school, some of the schools they will go being what they call literary and debating society, L&DS. Friday afternoon, all man they go in club, or they go French club, or they go music club, or they go L&DS, etc. Then they teach we in a very subtle way social interaction and debating and then kind of thing and they. Maybe they na the L&DS club. And one topic they discuss learning is better than silver and gold. Let all man give opinion. A lot of people been they say, then go take silver and gold because nine are the money, nine better. That is common idea. We take today, I think we all get them, or most of we get them. That is the common idea we make with society, they in disarray, we make people don't understand the purpose of politics. Then think say politics is about going to get rich, being powerful. Yeah, you can get them if you want when you're in politics. But you get for use them, not only for yourself, but you for use them for a common benefit. All then problems here come up from the fact that the kind education where we get enough fit for purpose. A lot of people will want to say, what in this man they talk? Today I they talk as a professionally trained teacher. So I say professionally trained teacher, I mean somebody will study what in and call education at university level. And I get a license not only for teach, but for administer education. Draw curriculum, plan education, etc., etc. That puts me aside from how they go team up before classroom for talk. What we can normally call talk and chalk teacher. Education is a very important factor in any society. As a matter of fact, countries then are the world where because of the proper type of education we suit them development needs, one, they're able to make progress economically. Two, then stable. Then politics not get hala, course, and fet like how we don't get. Sierra Leone's education, as it is, they make them for suit certain purpose. And that purpose, the term been don't pass. Them in plan them for suit the colonial people them purpose. Them in plan them because at that time, the Western education where them in the give to people, because we will therefore distinguish between Western education and other types of education. The Western education where them in the give people them in tailor them for meet the needs of the one them we been the rule, when are the colonizers, and them in tailor them such that whatever we learn, it will only make we yes men and women to them. Yes, Samacha. From who get independence, we don't do several experiments. Efforts, they don't make effort for change. But all of the efforts here not bear the correct fruit. So today, we can look at why we're not able to change our education today. And what are the result of this poor type of education now in society? A lot of people now understand, say, the first thing about development is that if we create a broad-based, inclusive, not so exclusive, that idea about chosen few who had the opportunity to get this and get that, that was part of the colonial psychology we then build inside we, that we feel say we relevant past other people. Every living being is relevant in this life. Every human being gets something for contribute to society, good or bad. Every human being gets something for contribute to society. And we go get the best out of people, we will get the best out of a human being by the way they think. With society able developing itself without we not go ask for development partners. But the way they think, no, they allow that. With society able developing itself without corruption. But the way they think, no, they allow that. With society able developing itself even without political division. But the way they think, no, they allow that. Now, the question we'll go on for ask is, why we not able to think in that way, we go make with society develop without then challenges here what they talk about. The fact is, as I've been done say just now, the kind of education we then they give we, they've been tailored for make boy land, he wait for make them get a government job. When he get the government job, he get for go according to the senior them. And the senior them then get through that and then they say yes at all. That hierarchy. Of course, that's get for the all side, get for the in every institution. You get for the in every society, even in the home, you get for get a hierarchy. But when the hierarchy is tailored to suppress ideas coming from down, then it's not good for the society. When the hierarchy is tailored for make people them with they down yonder, they use all kind undue advantage for get up yonder, then it's not good for the society. This is now one of the biggest challenges with the type of education we'll get in Sierra Leone don't produce for we. All the confusion in Sierra Leone, polarization, cause and effect, now because the way we then tune we mind for think, they allow you for see the value in each other. They allow you for see waiting for do for lift each other up, but waiting for do for step on each other for go up yonder. Yes, we don't talk say the British them been create that kind of system. But then be aware say the need for create a more open society where more people go participate. Because then be aware say if they get more people for participate in the economy, then the processes were involved in wealth creation, they take place. One of the governors will then teach we about the small history of government where most of we learn, where they call Lord Lugard. The only thing then they tell we bottom, then say, oh, now the man will introduce divide and rule. Yes, that's correct. But he also had something that is suggested, which was resisted. He was the first person who suggested, let them not interfere too much with the traditional educational systems we get in Africa, but let them teach we technical and vocational skills, because the British need them skills then they for ensure say then create viable and functional economies in the colonies. That was met with stiff resistance, especially so in countries like Sierra Leone. Later, they revisit this idea about creating a more open educational system, we go call a comprehensive educational system. We're going to include vocational training, management training, etc., etc. It will surprise a lot of people if I say the recommendation was made for Frobe College, the first institution of higher learning in British West Africa. We make some man, they say Sierra Leone was the Athens of West Africa. It will be surprising to most of you to know that a recommendation was made to convert Frobe College into a polytechnic, a place where people will go and learn industry-grade skills so that we go able to use with local resources. This was met with stiff resistance. People protested. And not only in Sierra Leone, but all in other parts of Africa, because them policies how the British them be they make them collectively for all them colonies. They may get a constitutional, a commission we come with a report with them entitled Education in Africa, created by a group that was known as the Phelps-Stoke Commission. Then come and say, for introduce manual training in secondary school curriculum that came from the lawyers in particular were understandable and predictable. The views of Africans as a whole on the effort to adopt education to the so-called needs of the Africans were interpreted as a subtle attempt to provide them an inferior form of education. This was resisted. Now in the heat we till today. Now in the heat we saw today. About this education of today we get inside we. Even when somebody talk now, other man not sabi talk English, you not sabi book. This we ego about self-relevance, self-importance. We attach them to education. They say, let we train una, so una go get skills them, una go able use una resources. People interpret and say, now an attempt for make we get lower grade education. Would I say technical education and lower grade education? In fact, it's the most important level of education. Countries that were industrialized, countries that were get stable economies, now technical and vocational grade education are more than they give them picking. Germany, China, South Korea, Taiwan, Indonesia, go to all these countries. The type of education they put emphasis on technical and vocational grade learning. When this thing was introduced by the Phelps-Stoke Commission, they resist them. There was protestation all over Africa, especially in Sierra Leone. No, come make Frobe College an institution of status. We learn Latin, we learn Greek. Where are we today with all our Latin and Greek and whatever we call it? We are still servants waiting to serve the master. And because now so many people don't get this servant education, everybody wants to be considered by the master. Now I bring Kumbosa and Lai. Now I bring Jamfa. It bring all kind thing into we system. We don't be part of we culture, even with political culture. Education and the inability for make education relevant for we needs for develop. Now the key will make Sierra Leone in problem today. And the other second side of it is people have been saying this thing that I'm saying, even at the time when some of us were going to school. Rather than they address the issue and provide sustainable answers, it has always been politics. Education has always been politicized, except for a brief period between 1970 and 1980, where some of women, they go school, we go university that time. There was a semblance of education for a purpose within that decade. Because now within that decade, now in them build most of the teacher training colleges, them will be in this Sierra Leone, I know say most of them now, they don't convert them to university. That's another side about the poor education. I don't see this obsession about having all these universities. Honestly, what are they producing? People without skills to come and become liabilities to society? Or you produce 400 lawyers per faculty in different universities. Very soon, we would have so many lawyers in Sierra Leone that most of them will become keke drivers. Yeah, because almost people offer service for legal service to Sierra Leone. Almost people then in Sierra Leone will need legal service. If they even need it, how many of them can afford it? You see, we have never sat down to look at the relationship between education, human resource development, national wealth creation, national wealth sustenance. We always look at education as an instrument for massage we egos them. And that's one of the reasons why we are so very much concerned about titles. Let me make one point clear today. There is a vast ocean of difference between education and learning. You can go to the highest level, get the biggest qualification. That does not qualify you as educated. You are learned. Education is not a title. It's not an institutionalized something. It's something that comes over time. Before birth, we were learning. After birth, we started learning in this three-dimension space. And we grow with them every day. Every day, there is something you learn where they affect the way you understand society, it affect the way they do things, etc., etc. All of them processes them there, where you don't go through the all. What's in left, that understanding where you get of the world, in education. So people, then they will not ever go Western school, they'll not ever go Western institutions, but they're educated. And some of them are even educated more than us who have gone to these Western institutions. We need to get that clear, first and foremost. Education is the product of what you have learned. That consciousness, that awareness, where they get. The change of consciousness or awareness or whatever you call them, now in the education. The titles where they get going through certain processes, now learning. A reward for you learning. Okay? If you use that till you don't learn, for create something will impact your environment and change them, then you they use what they call education, the consciousness in you, for make that change happen. And for make all them things happen, you need to get an instigating factor. One, the need for the day. You know, they go learn something where you don't need in your environment. Like for example, if I go to education, put in space science, I may not need it in Sierra Leone. We don't have even a properly equipped Air Force. What about going to be an astronaut? That's just waste of time. If I be an astronaut in Sierra Leone, it's just to massage my ego. You know, get use for me. And that we be honest with ourselves. Let we sit in with quiet moment. We ask ourselves individually. All the things that we'll learn at school, we'll be in the go school. All the things that we'll learn if we go university, are they useful to us today? Are we using them? There are a lot of things I learned that I've never used in my life. So these are some of the setbacks we get when they affect we country. So now I make we get all this Allah now. The first solution to Sierra Leone's problem, now forget the right type of education, tune them for make it suit we resource needs and make we able for use with local resources for live by ourselves. For example, if we begin get education, we say people them, they able to take bamboo, then use them for create something where then go sell and get money from them. That's appropriate education. Not to forgo learn something because then they do our other side. Because even the vocational training, what then they do, most of it may not be relevant to our needs. If you go train man for be carpenter, the only thing is sabi now for take wood here I put and so in nakama boom 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 the wood join. Then it may not be relevant for economic purpose. But if you teach a carpenter, they're able to take this wood, a design them or engineer them in a way where they dismantle and remantle himself, then it is good for economy because they will produce furniture where they go pack, it go use plenty small space for pack plenty furniture, and that makes them economically viable for export with furnitures. You not go take one old bed where not they dismantle properly, you say they export them. But if you get away where they get them easily dismantled, you pack on a cartoon. That one cartoon, they take small flat space. You can pack 10, 15, 20,000 furniture inside a container for export. That kind of carpentry now we need for begin land in Sierra Leone. When we learn that kind of carpentry, we're able to use with wood and other materials for make furniture and export. Working Sidon had a talk say we get potentials for be the biggest export processing zone. I know they talk about going to take raw materials from other countries can produce in a salon. If we get for do that self, the majority of the raw materials get for come out from inside Sierra Leone because we have them there. They are there. We not get the right type of education for identify them and use them. The raw materials are in Sierra Leone. The skills are not there. We may, okay, need to import machines. But even if we get the correct technical skills, we can, at some point, stop for import machines. I will give you an example. Failure of the type of education we'll get, now I make they will suffer blackout in a salon. I go repeat this question, this talk, I mean. Failure or the failures and the type of education will they get, now I make they will suffer blackout in Sierra Leone. From 1964, then we don't plan Bumbuna hydroelectricity. As a matter of fact, now a mining company, Sierra Leone Development Company, what they call Delco, will be a mine iron on Amarampa, and then plan Bumbuna. Because way back that time, they had done their geological surveys, they were aware of the deposits of iron ore on where we are mining it today in Tonkolili. They were aware. So then county program say, we need the skills. That will take time for train some of them people here so that we will use them for build this thing. Now I make Delco be establish a department when there was like a technical and vocational training department. They started training people. But the key was about electrification because their concern was how can we produce the skilled labor that we need for run this Bumbuna Hydro Dam. It took time, then something happened. These two companies had to close down and leave Sierra Leone. Guinea, next door, under the first leader, Ahmed Sékou Touré. The key type of education where the Guinean will get now vocational and technical education. Then they get that problem, they're not being taken serious. A few people we can afford and then take them picking and bring in a salon for can land, then carry them go Abidjan, carry them go Senegal. I know of Guineans who attended school in Sierra Leone. One of them attended the grammar school with me, Abdoulaye Conte. But the majority of them stay inside Guinea, they had this production type education with today in the profit Guinea. So the Guinean economy is more stable because a greater percentage of the Guineans then get technical and vocational skills. Some of them, after having acquired those skills, they came to Sierra Leone. And today, some of them are the richest Sierra Leoneans you can find, people in Sierra Leone you can find. Some came as tailors, some came as mechanics, some came as welders, some came as machine turners, etc., etc. Over time, they don't grow in wealth. They don't make money. Some of them, the money, then they use it now for pump them, picking them way born Sierra Leone for going inside politics. Yes, then picking get rights power politics because now they them born according to citizenship law. We've been sit down the learn Greek and Roman culture. We sit down on poverty, frustration, and stress. We're not able to grow wealth. Look at Freetown today. The greater part of the Freetown area has been bought by people who came from Guinea because they had the skills to grow wealth. When Guinea, under the man who take over after Shekutu, Lansana Conte, they want for construct an hydroelectric dam, what then they call Garafiri. Now the area where they named that Garafiri. They took a very short time to construct Garafiri. They got the loan, they had the skilled labor, they used certain expertise, then build them dam. Guinea get electricity. We take to the Bumbuna from 1964 to now. God want know what next. Why? Because of the kind of education what we get. One thing we get for no. That small economic student teach we in a school, then tell we about factors of production. And talk about land, labor, capital, managerial skills, or whatever. Other things they don't card there as time they go. But when you talk about factors of production, what is the most expensive factor of production? It is labor. It is labor. America is falling because labor has become too expensive. Because labor became too expensive to produce goods and services in America, the production was exported to China, to Asia. Then we may want to ask, why didn't they come to West Africa? Why didn't they come to Sierra Leone? Because Sierra Leone, Liberia, we are closest to the United States. Why did they go to Asia where they fly away? Because we not get the skills. We not get them. They know they can't go. I don't go for investors will not come there. They're not coming for your minerals. If they want to come, maybe now one person will count other with man, then can sign contracts, they employ cheap labor for mine the mineral, then can go other side go make and day. You don't get the skills, so you know they profit from your resources. You know they profit. Then complex things here, we're not able to sit down and see them because even the education we'll get, no, they allow we for think critically. The education we'll get, now I make the elect today, everybody is saying in Jesus' name, IJN. Because that's what you know. Yecha macha, doma blah. Obey and complain. That's what you know. That's because the education was tailored for that purpose. Of course, that type of education may be to the advantage of a few people who are in politics because it gives them the upper hand to control people as they like. Look at our political situation in Sierra Leone. You may want to ask yourself, why is it that people are so much fundamentalist about their support for politicians and political parties? It's like religious worship because that's the product of the type of education that we have. You have to be a fundamentalist to survive in a situation where you were taught to obey. Even in the school where they go, most of the education now obey education. Teacher they give notes or teacher make pamphlet where exam come, now if you go get them back, put on a head go get them. That not they educate you. You know, sabi nothing. What you lift na head, you cram them, now they go give back. Even if you don't understand the concept, it no matter. Just go get them back out and give. You get your marks, you pass. So who do we have in Sierra Leone? A lot of misfits passing as educated. But when you say them things here, people think, oh, that man they insult. We are not the insult to none of the truth. I was in that situation until I realized it and took myself out of it. I consciously took myself out of that tailored way of thinking. I diversify my mentality. And I know say it pay me a lot of dividends for do that. Especially in this society where there's your mentality get for be diversified for make you able go through certain processes. In Sierra Leone, we produce X number of school leavers, X number of university graduates. At the end of the day, most of them have nothing to do. 1 to 3 years later, they became frustrated. They become radicalized. They become everything when they destroy the society. The few will get chance for join politics, then they be yes man. I make now in the political parties, then get sects and cults. Paopa in the SLPP, you get this Jama, that Jama, Team A, Team Z, Team Q. All of this, they tell we say, we education, no, they allow we for build up we self, for make we become self-reliant. So how do we solve this problem? What do we do to solve this problem? We get for candy. But before they go there, I want to show you some slides. Let us see some of the things that what they talk about. How education they affect we. That just try for expand them. Why are you not moving, my friend? Okay. Now, the politicization problem of education. Sorry, this background change when I upload them. Because we education not fit for purpose. Because they allow nobody for able using hand and earn income for himself or using brain and earn income for himself. Look at what we have. Appointments based on loyalty, not merit. Second thing, even the curriculum will for use for build up with self gets distorted because it becomes personalized or privatized. What in the teacher want, what in the lecturer want, now you forgive. The next thing, the type of education we'll get, they create uneven resource allocation. Now I make we get this chosen few mentality in a weird. Well, of course, the majority will not get the quality education we then think say they need, then get for grumble. When they grumble, then they fall victim. And what in that victim they produce, then they become suppressed academically. The consequences then of this politicization of education. One, the quality of education they decline as we go along. Two, brain drain. And every Sierra Leonean know that say we have brain drain. Three, public mistrust. They grow with every day because people because of lack of the skills and ability for self-reliantly support themselves, then they engage in a lot of things then would they make people then lost trust in each other. Would they lost trust in each other? Even the politics, would they lost trust in each other? Members of the same party, they don't lost trust in each other. The next point is, because the education not they allow people them forget rewards on merit, but on patronage, that is used to manipulate the youth. There is a lot of manipulation of the youth. Would they see them every day? Would they see them every day in Sierra Leone? The youths have been manipulated and they continue to be manipulated. Now, the worst level of manipulation, it would not reach, because drugs and the misuse of substance or abuse of substance don't come into the mix. All that are part of manipulation. If anybody tell una say drug na accident na Sierra Leone, una tell them say boy jalo say not to accident. A part of manipulating the youth to tamper down any pressure. Watch Sierra Leone. When did Kush become a problem in Sierra Leone? After the August 10 crisis. Nothing's an accident. It was there before other drugs had been there, but it became very serious after the August 10 uprising. They don't allow those them, let them sleep so that we will get peace. It's deliberate. How do we reform our system? Well, we get to look at all the things that we go do for make we get merit-based recruitment. 2, we get to look at how we go fund education, and the funding get to be transparent enough for make everybody understand. We not just go fund, we don't put this percentage per education, no. Then we see schools all over the country, they not even get chair for sit-down, let alone talk about schools having equipment for education, let alone talking about schools having trained teachers. Because the other thing about Sierra Leone, they think anybody who stands in front of a classroom is a teacher. It's not. It's not. It's not. We have to create standards for teachers. We have to create platforms for make we get professionals in the classroom. And that has to go with proper funding. Because nobody know they can live this life for be a sacrificer for people. Because that was one of the things they brainwash people about. I'm teaching is an honorable vocation. Yes, it's a vocation, whatever you call it. But the teacher has to eat, he has to live. He needs to have a house. He needs to have all the basics that he needs. Otherwise, you undermine the integrity of the educational system. When a teacher goes to the classroom hungry, he gets sweat, shirt, and then kind things then you expect the pikin then psychologically to understand what in the teacher they go through and listen to them. They will not. They will not. They would only think, but left with education not a better thing. And that's one of the things for education, reason we make education this way. Of course, it's worse now from what I know. It's worse. Before the 90s, during the 90s, it was a little bit better off. Today, it's worse. We need to get also an independent curriculum design for Sierra Leone. Enough for be based on on models who know they work for we country. Like, for example, which one of the universities them they offer courses in mining technology? But we are doing mining all over Sierra Leone. Which one of our universities is offering those courses? Would they gladly for build universities, senior secondary schools? But are we really doing the courses that we need for the development of Sierra Leone in those institutions? The curriculum that we have, is it independent enough for develop Sierra Leone or develop the locality it is being used? Like, for example, if we have a national policy where allow people for come with independent curriculum, areas that were agricultural areas, then can develop a curriculum there where they promote agriculture. Areas where are mining, then can develop a curriculum there where they promote mining. Are we doing that? Next, we have to protect academic freedom. That not mean say if we continue for learn Greek and Roman culture. What it means is there should not be political interference with the institutions in terms of what the institutions and they offer as learning. And therefore get that independence and they therefore be protected from interference, external interference. Today's alone, school picking, they go and tell teacher what you want for tell her. Then the teacher not get nothing for look what they go kill me schoolmate, Gillis Johnson. Gillis Johnson, the teacher would have been stabbed na my schoolmate. We went to school together. Because he said, don't do this, don't do that, and go kill him. That was a crime against academic freedom. But nobody said a word. They then just make all the noise about the incident on the media, and it died down because it was a teacher involved. If now been politician involved, it will be all the holy ball in the world. Yes, that's what we are, because that's the kind of education we have. That's how the education has made us mentally positioned. And that's why we are not making progress. If Sierra Leone get for make progress, we not get for sit down, look at the whole educational system, especially we are to improve on quality of teaching and the conditions of service of the teachers for creating them at the classroom. Otherwise, then they left. When I graduated in the 70s, we had over 500 teachers produced. Most of them left and joined the police, the army, and the civil service. And they are teaching is a stepping stone. Who told you it's a stepping stone? It's a profession. Like engineering, like medicine, it's a profession. Teach it, treat it as a profession. Create the conditions of service for people to feel comfortable. No job can make anybody rich except you make personal effort for get rich. Like, for example, the teacher we had working, he can use his knowledge, he write books, we go sell internationally, make money. Salaries not ever make people learn gentry. But create a salary structure, create a condition of service who will make the person glad if continue for do the job. But when you create a condition, who say, minister they fly every day, teacher they go 6 months without salary, in Ben, if they go school empty belly, you expect that condition to be good for the teacher. Teachers are not slaves to anyone. As a matter of fact, they are the masters of the universe. Because God is knowledge. And teachers give knowledge. That has to be respected by Sierra Leone. If we not ever respect that, they will tell before Salongo before. because you are cursing God by punishing teachers. We therefore try maintain some level of integrity, occupational integrity in Sierra Leone. The days of master servant are over. The days of slavery are over. Therefore, look at the system and create a labor condition where go be good for everybody, that everybody then are in job. Nobody's asking anybody to create millionaires. What we're asking, create the conditions where the person will be able to live within a wage and get a comfortable life. We'll go camp on that at another time, not on this today. Let's talk about education. We have a lot of work to do in Sierra Leone, but people seem to be more concerned about politics. From 2023, where the education in Alakiwa make few people feel say them better, then tiff the results, then do it in and like, now they panted today. All that in a product of the bad education we'll get. Because if people lack the correct education, where not all man will go doing work way for do, he getting wealth way forget, or he getting comfortable life way forget. Now few people go take politics seriously. Few. But today, politics is only hope of survival. Every Jack and Tom is a politician. Every Jane and Mary is a politician. That's one of the bad products of a bad educational system. Because everybody is now political. Everybody is now a barbarian, aggressive, wanting to kill each other for the sake of God knows what. Because honestly, if the politics had so much money, we should not be going to beg from other countries. Although they go look for investors, will they go look for development partners? And where is that taking us? Honestly, where is that taking us? What benefit is society getting from this? So let's go back in to the house. Let's go to the drawing board and look at what needs to be done. And that starts with education. Because education is the key to developing the human resource. The human resource is the most expensive factor of production in any society. A properly developed human resource, not a lip service human resource development, may not mix pandande. Now, na sabira and they talk, but the talk is whether picking they go school. They get all the equipment we need for learn. You get all the materials for use in the school. You get a teacher. We team up before the classroom. And now they think about who side they get me next meal for it. Or who side they pull money for buy the next shoes while they wear. When you have that kind of situation, learning takes place. Because the instigator of learning is always there, happy to provide it. The materials are there for the children to listen, look, listen, and learn from. So, let us look at the key to education where most governments or all governments have not looked at. How do we fund education? How? Because if you cannot fund it, you cannot get it. Nigeria, Ghana, then they fund technical and vocational education. We they see the impact on their societies. Nigeria is miles away from us in terms of development. Ghana, miles away. Because Ghana, as a matter of fact, when you even hear this Phelps-Stokes Commission report, they were one of the people who gladly agreed to implement technical and vocational education, and it profits them today in Ghana. It profits them today in Ghana. A lot of people have jobs outside the public sector. Ghana has a functional private sector. Sierra Leone cannot at this time because we don't have the skills. Nobody know they go put him on in a salon for open factory where you need specific skills for. So there, when I tell them how they fly all over the world, they find investors say, let's concentrate inside. That will equip the schools. They'll find ways for equip the schools. They'll find the funds for equip the schools. They'll produce the necessary skills. Then the investors will come. We don't need to go fend them. They will come. They know we have it. The iPhone is designed in California for a cost less than $20. If it was produced in the United States, the cost of labor would have made iPhone impossible for a lot of people to buy, because the cheapest you would have got it for would have been over $1,000. That's why they took the assembly, or whatever you call it, to China. The Chinese have the same skill or better skill, but because the cost of labor is cheaper in China, the iPhone is assembled in China. Samsung is designed in the United States, a little bit in Sweden and Germany, then produced in Malaysia and Indonesia, because they have the skills and cheap labor. Do we have the skills in Sierra Leone? No. If we have had the skills, what would have happened? Those industries would have come to open up in Sierra Leone. And imagine the kind of jobs will go be available, the wealth where that go create, etc., etc. Do ya, the people them? Unallow we think and think seriously. We think and think seriously, because education is the primary issue for any country for go before. If we not get the correct kind of education, you know what I mean, say Western education, we can even teach you picking them, Pantimni, Mende, Creole, Jalunka, etc. But once they get a proper type of education, where they make them able use the resources in the country for produce wealth, the country go begin go before. When we give them skills, where foreign companies then go need for produce certain goods, them foreign companies then go can invest in the country. It no matter whether the person they talk limba or loco, the machine, once it's a be used, I know they talk to the machine. I mind they operate the machine. If the person get for talk English, maybe now the boss will come where they work with. And most of these white guys who go to Sierra Leone, they don't even speak good English. They don't, because that's not their language. But they communicate with the people. Yes. So let us look at the funding for education. We have to look at how we will begin levy certain percentage tax in different sectors for the benefit of education. Because the income tax where people they pay is not enough for fund education. Honestly, if we say we want for fund education now for fund them in Sierra Leone, the minimum we will spend na $3 to $4 billion annually. And that's way above the present budget we'll get. So let us look at What sectors are we going to get to tax them or to get them to agree to consciously, not on a corporate responsibility owner they talk about, they go take money, we don't can give on 50 billion. That's crap. That's crap. In this country, industries support education and other social services in the areas they operate. Whether they buy computers for the school, whether they provide projectors, because here every classroom gets a projector, primary upwards, etc., etc. If we can get businesses to begin to contribute in providing teaching materials and equipment, that would have gone between 25 to 50% of making education quality education. Yes. Quality education is about the abilities of the school or the educational system to produce people that will understand what they need for understand. Not about going to sit in an empty classroom with a hungry teacher where every 2 minutes they yawn. Budget allocation, 20%. But that should not be like, oh, this is holy goodness we are doing. 20% because you want to ensure there is this sustainability. The next thing is, let us devise a public-private partnership model on education. That one is a very complex thing to do. But at the same time, it's easy to do. Like, for example, every business where they go Sierra Leone for go operate, especially in the mining sector, part of the terms of contract for B, that area owner the mine, una get for ensure say, una provide everything what the people need for education and health. Don't give the money, provide it. And we have to set the standards of what you should provide. Yeah, now the people learn resources. Let them benefit from them. Then we can look at diaspora bonds. This also is complex, but it's not difficult to do. The difficulty behind it is those who think they are in politics now get for begin behave better and proper for make people and trust them for put them money. Because nobody know they go give you money because you're not head of state or foot of state or belly of state. Then they give money because then trust say go use the money out for user. Who that one join politics, sometimes go give you money because they hope say you go get office. But that man will not get for join politics. He want for say who say put him money, he go na the correct road. So get for build trust. And how trustworthy is our political system? If you ask me, na zero trust to get. Now, the next thing is we have a look at how we get the communities for involved in the financing of school. Enough for be tax, enough for be by force. Because I know say them go pick up this, no, go tax the people them. Load shedding mentality. Enough for be by that way. If for be say the people and the community get actively involved, and because of their involvement, then they feel free for help for co-finance certain projects. For be a tax from government. No, that master servant mentality should end now in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is no longer a colonial state. Sierra Leone is now an independent country. So law begin learn for treat each other with respect. Law begin learn for treat each other with the necessary inclusive mentality we deserve. When we do that, we begin help for fund education, and that will be to the advantage of society. It will be to the advantage of society. A lot of things go come in, we go make difference happen. And I go assure and say, if we follow their methods here, in the next decade, businesses will go to Sierra Leone and begin to produce for export. Yeah. It takes just a decade to create all this change what they look for. I would stop and take a short break. Then I will come back in the next 2 to 3 minutes.
To all Sierra Leoneans, time to wake up and embrace your
Embrace your
destiny.
destiny.
The
The
ancestors
ancestors
have
have
not
not
just
just
called
called
you,
you,
they have
they have
entrusted you.
entrusted you.
You are the
You are the
keeper of
keeper of
keys, the
keys,
voice of
the voice of
memory, and the
memory, and the
architect of
architect of
awakening.
awakening.
If the
If
torch
the
becomes
torch
a
becomes a
fire,
fire,
you are the one
you are
to
the
light
one
it.
to light it.
Your spirit
Your
is ready.
spirit is ready.
May your
May your
words plant
words
trees.
plant trees.
May your
May
truth
your
become a
truth become a
drumbeat.
drumbeat.
May your
May your
courage be
courage be
remembered in
remembered
stone.
in stone.
We are
We are
building more than
building
a
more than a
message.
message.
We're building
We're
people.
building people.
We are
We
building
are building
ourselves, all
ourselves,
of
all
us.
of us.
You are
You are
creating more than
creating
a
more than
message.
a message.
You are
You are
shaping yourself.
shaping yourself.
You are
You are
building you,
building
all
you,
of you.
all of you.
Declare your
Declare your
presence as a
presence as a
torchbearer. This
torchbearer.
is not
This
the
is
start
not
of
the
your
start
work.
of your work.
It is a
It is a
return to your
return
work.
to your work.
Do not
Do
wait for
not
the
wait
world
for
to
the
be
world
ready.
to be ready.
The
The
trumpet has
trumpet has
sounded.
sounded.
Rise.
Rise.
You are not
You are not
rebuilding Sierra
rebuilding
Leone
Sierra
alone,
Leone alone,
but you are
but
one of
you
the
are one of the
summoners,
summoners,
those
those
who
who
wake
wake
the
the
sleeping
sleeping
not
not
with
with
fear but
fear,
with
but
vision.
with vision.
Amanla,
Amanla,
Ashe, and so
Ashe,
be
and
it.
so be it.
Amen,
Amen,
amen, and
amen,
amen.
and amen.
Okay, now we come to the second segment. How do we get education or get the diaspora involved? How do we get an educational system we go make people entrust for put their money? You see, other countries they take advantage of the diaspora, the diaspora. There is a country in East Africa what they call Somaliland. Somaliland virtually now gets no mineral, no anything. They have politicians and everything, but the country is being run by an investment fund that was created by the diaspora. I know Sierra Leone has made several attempts to do that, but it has not worked. It has not worked because we have a divided mentality. Now that they go put him money for that project today, na APC project. Whether they go put him money for that project, na SLPP project. Everybody I left me go give them the money, just now then go eat all done. The people are right. They are right. We have not built trust in our society. We have never built it. And as at now, whatever is left of trust is being destroyed. Yes, it's been destroyed because now the barbarian mentality will get. Will that help us? If it's going to help us, how will it help us? Because all this nice one, except of course if una believe say una go continue for sell drugs and make dirty money. We low wait and see side that get for end. But otherwise, how is the present modus operandi in Sierra Leone going to help us? Because some people, when you begin to talk to them, oh, this man is anti-government. Like say, are they alone or the person they talk about this? The person not there. So what you get for do with government? The person the outside there, he get all what he get. He get light, he get clean water, he get everything. So why for me anti-government in Sierra Leone? What would that benefit him if it's anti-government? Oh, because they say the truth as it should be said. So that makes him anti-government. The other day when I talk now, after that somebody can come and say, me not fit for them at this program because I'm very, yes, I'm very good. I'm now continue to be good. Because as a citizen of the Republic of Sierra Leone, whatever is going on in Sierra Leone is not going to please anybody who they think properly. So you have a right to your opinion, and I have a right to my action and opinion. Whoever try for me to myself halfway. Maybe if we build trust, if we build respect for each other, without having to think because you have stolen a mandate or you have been given a mandate, you get right for tell the other man say no relevant. Well, sometimes the man relevant pass you. When we try to do that, then we will get a society where they function. And when we get a society where they function, some of them good ones here, they will mobilize knowledge and resources. We will change the economic landscape in Sierra Leone. But if we continue this way where they go so, it will be very difficult for the Sierra Leonean diaspora for participate in the economic and other welfare of Sierra Leone, except by way of sending money to relatives. And that's not get much way they do in terms of development. They say man should not live by bread alone. Man should not live by bread alone. This is what we have been doing. We are by bread alone. All 10 people in the diaspora for they send money. I make money transfer don't become a profitable business in Sierra Leone. All 10 people in the diaspora for send money. We get for try. We get for try. We get for try in Sierra Leone. That we change a lot of things. And most of this change get for come up from the way they think and understand life. And the way they think and understand life, now a product of the type of education they receive. Education is the key. It's the be-all and end-all. If we cannot get it proper, then it will be difficult to get things proper in Sierra Leone. If we cannot get education to be sustainable, then it will be difficult for Sierra Leone to grow a sustainable economy. Because at the end of the day, when you don't go to all the big qualifications we need, you come from realize, see, the economy not able to sustain you because the education not they produce people and for produce goods and services. You get for left there. I make a lot of Sierra Leoneans, they left Sierra Leone and can walk outside. Dog is brain drain now. Brain drain is not your problem. Brain drain is a product of the problem itself. Brain drain is a product of the problem. The problem is where education will get not good for purpose. You know, they produce people them, we able to see them produce goods and services where they go sell, where others go buy, then money go come. So if the man don't touch him qualification, he sit down 1 year, 2 year, and not get job. If they go to your uncle or in papa go lend money, some families even they sell their land, their property, or send them picking overseas. Which is a very sad thing. It's sad in the sense that when you take your property, sell them for make you picking car overseas. That picking come, it will take minimum 5 years for that picking may stabilize. Because one, if they come into a society where it's not easy for make you get job or go pay enough for able to recover that property where you don't sell. Two, if even you get forget that job there, you get for overwork because you get for take care of himself now and take care of Unanda, then for able to recover that property. It's a very, very, very sad situation. But the point is, most of us in the diaspora will not tell our people the truth. So there is this impression that, oh, and then greener pastures. They are not a green pasture, they are a black, a dark pasture. Then if you're not able to think properly, you know they survive na them party. If you're not strong physically, you know they survive na them party. They are not a place where you get up in the morning. If you go clock in 5 o'clock morning, you go work 10 o'clock. You not get excuse. As a matter of fact, if you dey go work self traffic block na road, if you call, say they can't let you. If you not do that, a problem for you. And whatever you dey enjoy na them party, you get for pay for and not for free. So it's not the solution. For a few years, thinking calm because they get certain specialized skills or qualification, they able get certain jobs we go make their life comfortable. But for the majority of Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora, now bone suffer then they pan. But they don't go there and tell you. When they go, oh, JC. You know, we really get for do a lot of revision of we mentality. Revision in the sense that even for say the truth, to get for begin say as it is, that we understand, say this is why things are not working. Brain drain is not about people wishing to come and live overseas. It's about the society itself being dysfunctional. If the society is not dysfunctional, not a brain, if that not a brain drain they take place, now brain attraction. If a society them been functional as out them for day, people for they come over see go work in Africa. Angola. There was a time people were moving from Portugal to go and work in Angola. Yes, other African countries then they well soon people and they begin go there for go work. Because we no want make with societies, so all time we find reason for the excuse. Brain drain, I call them stomach drain. All right, bro. But can we begin to look at these issues now and see how we go solve them? Can we begin to understand the root of the problems and find solutions to them? Because if the human resource is not comfortable in any place, you know, they steady. Migration, not to joy, they make people they migrate. When some of you been they grew up, will not be the member for migrate. Because Sierra Leone was relatively okay. The challenges they make people they migrate. Joy can make people then travel. He go visit, he come back. But migration is a product of dysfunctionality within a particular society or environment. And the risk behind migration is that when you left your country, they go other man country, you don't know what they go meet. If you not know things, some of we sister and they suffer in the Middle East because of poor education. We go sit down that we correct that area. If you not know things, some of our brother and sister then they suffer in Europe because of poor education. Not because they not get the education. No. The type of education or the country they give, they provide no skills for you. You go left Saloican Germany, you left Saloican France. If you're not careful, you either will not get a job, or if you get a job safe, a job when a bone suffer. Because you not get skill for offer. The few get skills and they survive. There are people coming from Africa, from certain countries, sorry, we get certain skills. When they come, then they survive. And they survive. They only need for polish their skills here and there. Then they survive. But not very few. The majority, they suffer. So how do we solve this problem? Let us revisit. We don't come, we don't see, we don't hear. We able to say, Lord do so, Lord do so, Lord do so. According to recent reports, the total number of Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora is put at close to 750,000 worldwide, between 750,000 to 1 million worldwide. And in the United States and UK alone, you get about 500,000 Sierra Leoneans. Let us say we have 1 million Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora. Let us say there is trust in Sierra Leone. People then feel safe and free for putting their money into a project. Let us say every Sierra Leonean, because of that trust and the willingness for see things properly done, decides, okay, every month I'll give $50. I'll give $50 so that then we equip the schools and the hospitals. That means we are collecting about $50 million every month. Maybe more than that, maybe less. If that is collected every month, and that money is properly used, that means every month a whole district or a whole region can profit. We're going to improve the human resource quality in that part. But the thing is, do we trust to do that? The other question is, when we do that, are we going to do it without politics? Or do we only do such things to become politically relevant? These are questions to Sierra Leoneans. These are issues we need to begin to look at and discuss. Because it's high time we look at how we can participate in our development. And for us to be able to participate in our development, the first and most important thing is if we're able to participate in the decision-making process. I don't care whether it is election or win them. If some of you they talk, we not get for listen because you need us. Whether I join you party or not, you need me. I don't need you. Honestly, I don't need you. I don't need you. There are others, many other Sierra Leoneans who don't need people in politics in Sierra Leone. But the politicians need us because there are things we can say and do that will begin to mobilize resources, reduce the ability for the nation for the going bigger. Countries in Africa, they prosper from this arrangement. Ghana, they prosper. East Africa, they prosper. Countries like Cameroon, they prosper. Angola is beginning to prosper. I know Angolans who every holiday, and they go Angola, not because they want to be involved in politics, but because they don't get a fund. Well, then they use for help them people then. If we don't want to create a national fund, if we have less political interference, it will be in the best interest of Sierra Leone for make every district get a kind of fund developed where people in the diaspora, people in Sierra Leone, then go they put money for build the district. But doing that, the question again is, do we trust each other? Is there trust enough? Because go put money when ten can nobody no account. If you now go ask for account, it be palaver. All of this coming from the fact that we didn't think poorly. We didn't think poorly because we get a poor type of education. We not they give we ability for be self-reliant. Now for self-kapu, self-destruct, now they pan. The type of education we have in Sierra Leone is geared towards self-destruction because it's outdated, it's dilapidated, it's duplicated. So what do we do and how do we do it? This is a question for Sierra Leoneans. Let me take this call. Yes, Bafode, welcome.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
But manager, how you do?
Ade. Monday, you know, been come. I think you call later.
Yeah. No. I listen. I'm all as I just want call tonight.
Okay.
Then call me out. I get for go rescue somebody. We want to get problem.
Yeah, well.
So that take me out.
Well, now they tell them this no. Say, oh, they now know the bone suffer. Thank God you can't confirm them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Right now, you don't add now. I get for wake up 2 o'clock now.
Well, look at that. Look at the time.
They put alarm. Imagine, I can't, I just don't do me exercise. I get for pray before I go sleep.
Well, make and quickly sleep, buddy. You need that sleep because it's dangerous. Now, this make this boy in Peking go die then this year. Now, Belgium, Mohamed Bangura.
They say not sleep, you sleep.
Now, sleep, by Motoka. I talk to Mohamed now. That's it's unfortunate. Now, we pick them and then now we picking them because Mohamed, now small one, then to we now we all been naked to railing. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I just want to talk about the educational system. The NPRC, that I call NPRC when a military man, them wouldn't come, and that in the still is alone. I don't know if you
work with them.
They come with the system, where then they go around the provincial towns, them, or then district headquarters town, them. Then they go organize teacher training for graduates of secondary schools. For learning corporate. Me, I benefit from that day. So you talk about teacher training. That they're not just they left somebody, they go for good teacher. We all will be done that time the Form 6. We get interest for teach, even ordinary level people them. Then train we for about 3 to 4 weeks intensively for now we not go into that classroom no without any training. I benefit from landing and give we then pay we per diem, they go study every day, they go there every day.
And then
From
we
that.
get back Nasmus, you remember?
No, and they're not, I
Nasmus
don't.
have been an institution when they support youths them with basic projects. It's not been spread all over the country actually.
Which always I don't ask the question. When the NPRC come to power, the introduce for cow the very quick for cow the 6334. You will know if that system be there under the breeding now or not encounter.
That's what they call with them. As a matter of fact, 6334 was recommended as a report written by 2 lecturers in Sierra Leone at the time when at the university. One of them, Dr. Tommy Duba, was at Jala University. Then you get Professor Newman Smart, who been there at the education department in Afrobe College. That's why we get that place where they call Cardinal, na Sakila Road. They did their research about the need for revised dynamic talk. See, people and don't talk, some of them here how they talk today, but will not take them serious. They did their research and wrote a report. That report was made into a book that was put in every university and teacher training college library for people to read. The title of that report is Education, All Our Future. They recommended the 6334 because that's the international standard. That's what they use in Brussels. That's what they use in Norway. That's what they use all over the world now. But the point about 6334 is it therefore goes side by side with the equipment. And the equipment and teaching material and quality teaching, it demand funding. Now the funding side of Sierra Leone don't fail part because we they make education as a favor. We they politicize. I will increase the number of school going, yeah, increase the number of children going to keep company. They are not getting educated. NPRC makes the thing almost they be implemented. It was going to be implemented under the Joseph Saidu Momo system because Nigeria been don't adopt them, Ghana don't adopt them, Liberia don't adopt them, now been Salone and Gambia been the next. It was agreed with the West African Examination Council for change the curriculum and exam procedures so that it will suit the 6334. They're not just can handle because WAEC by then was centralized in Accra. Everything has to be determined in Accra, and then they determine the curriculum, the exam time, the questions, whether they ask you teachers, then they ask you now prepare a question, what they hope for WAEC, then send them. You know, they even know if you question, it will be included. But they were paying for it, just like Academy, they pay for people that will be in the mark exams.
Because I asked this question because to me, NPRC can cancel no more.
They meet the process. That's what they are with her.
No, to tell me, the advert was poor. I mean, the advert was poor.
Because in Sierra Leone, people personalize things. They want people to believe they did it.
Yes, that's why I see this project. Because we then just come to power, which is I count this question about 6334. You talk say for go side by side with the equipment. Me, I would talk say they will for go side by side with industry.
Well, the industry not go if we not get the skills. They're not they go pull Sarah now in a country.
No, not that I mean. No, say they just they go put. I understand what you mean. I mean, say, like so now we not go talk say we not get money, we not get education at the country. So if the government be wise for invest for anything, then as then they launch before they launch the system, then they don't make sure that they don't. I mean, they don't get the necessary infrastructure for do some other things. Then
I
Then
know
for
what
take
you
the
they
lead.
say the government for open the industry. Now that you they say?
No, yeah, that means like the one that we know should get the private sector, we own them, but government they know who's done wait for that private sector. They say for take the lead. For
Well,
instance,
you
if
know, you get forget the human resource develop before you get for
yeah, well,
people then for feel free, feel safe for go
yes,
invest.
yeah, but no, okay, no for left for that invest because this investor they know how it's problem in the country.
If
Because we
all
they just
over
the
the
thing
world
say,
now investment they take place. So
yeah, no, yeah,
Brahma
no, wait,
Traore na Burkina Faso na foreign companies then they invest this role.
yes, but it can also be possible with homegrown cash.
Well, that's the problem. You've come to the problem. We can raise the money locally, but do we trust each other? But for that, I don't talk and over say, when I've been there Sierra Leone, me and the late Unisa Alim Sise, what people then they call Awoko, every Saturday, we had a program at SLBS Radio and TV, we've been called Business Today. We were going there to talk on behalf of the Sierra Leone Chamber of Commerce, telling people the economic benefits of collective investment, what do they call stock exchange. We even give the Osusu example. We try for make people they understand, say, when we all put money, if they say buy, we want cow open factory for make egg, we they sell shares or they sell stocks. People then put their money, the money go there for open that place, not to pass to wait for investor for come overseas. But our people may understand this, but they don't trust putting their money. That's where the
Yeah.
politicians have to begin to do better.
Okay, let me give you another example first.
Mhm,
You know, say we don't get mentioned at them for the longest of time.
mhm.
This is an industry where it deal with you already.
Yes.
Okay, housing. Now one of the things the way give Europe a lot of money where government build housing
We
for
know
rent, not to buy,
organize an asylum.
not to free. Oh.
I know.
Me, I be the rent house, social house na Belgium because I dey work. I be dey pay that because then get a reduction within a year, 15% from the private market. So then they
Mhm,
go up to 30% the private market, but particularly the new houses they were expensive.
mhm,
Then they go up to 30. For instance, if the house costs €800,
mhm.
if you can rent them from government, you pay 650.
Okay.
You know how many of those apartments they rent?
I know.
Millions of homes.
I know.
So all that money, then even the build house, then they sell house, then because we didn't at that house, you get right for buy 'em after a particular time.
After 10 years.
Yes, you get that right for buy the house there. So imagine if we say, okay, we don't count this 36334. Government now don't see, they don't put aside $50 million we can begin build uh, social housing. That means if I just declare the provincial headquarter towns, them they say then they build and house then
Mhm.
the people in our way they come out as graduates, they will just go get inside them projects and because our project where they grow, not to know more than build and stop. Oh, it continue till the day.
But the graduate forget job for so.
You know, now no now the job I talk about now,
Okay, for go
the
work
job,
there for build out
yeah,
the houses there.
yes, yes. For instance, if you go land masonry six three
Mhm,
three four,
mhm.
because 634 they count them for make you use you hand them.
Yes.
Make use you hand them
Yes.
for not to know for sit down office the whole briefcase say you go no let use you hand them
Mhm.
because Belgium now a country where get very few universities, but then get a lot of hogescholen where they learn people and for the industry. Like
Same in Norway.
uh,
Same in Norway. I
yes,
don't tell you
we
say
get
Belgium and Norway not the same. What they
so
call her school and now they call her schooler.
uh,
Her
so
schooler.
we then build them their hogescholen and the way the high school them I
Now
mean the
I'm
technical
senior
school them.
secondary.
Yes. So then they do me I study horticulture in Belgium where I study in I get certificate on. That means we then plant them, flower them, then plant them the
terracing and all that
yes,
thing, and then now expertise that for control.
yes.
For control
Yeah.
overland flow, erosion, and thing.
And you know they complain for salary. Not to say the possibility. Me, where I
Then
be
get
they do that.
minimum wage where they put in their hand, we making life comfortable.
Even one lady we go university, where he come, he graduate. Why I tell her how much I be and he say, "But why I go school now? Why I not just go old school?" you see, I can't just talk. I make you see, say the problem of Sierra Leone where you talk about miseducation.
Now miseducation, buddy.
Yeah. Now they the way them 634 for me a very good example.
Not
So
an
now let me
example, now the system what we need, but we not the
yes,
think about how for fund them.
make I tell you how you start. Like Usabide McKinney, for instance.
Mhm.
Because then we get a very focused mind for say this will can make sure say the industry. Then how many schools they approve for senior secondary school? They not even reach 5. That means the junior secondary school them boku take them boku. So for produce people the way they go now them OIC now other thing the way they make you hand make you use your hand. So now as I talk to you, almost all the schools the way they not been go senior secondary school, they don't go senior secondary school because we don't focus again at the university. All man don't
Now all man
point
they
to
go open university.
yes. No, all man don't the education we didn't count on a 633 we didn't count the system. Now they don't abandon that technical aspect.
They don't
All
abandon
man
them
don't
because we're not able to fund them. That technical
yes.
side need equipment.
You need equipment, you need money for investment. So we not get that money. Now all man don't go back. So
We get
in the
them
end,
now. We know they think how for raise up. We
in
get
the
them
end,
now. We know they think how for build trust in the society.
one of the system where I see say don't can broke the educational system on now. This is 6334. The way in the past student there because you feel try they repeat now, you know they repeat again. You go no more.
But that no mean say you
Yeah.
know they take the exam back. Because
Yeah,
like
Mr. I don't
Norway,
think
when you not do well, then they tell you say this area if for pay attention to them. You understand?
yes.
Then in the next test way they do, then they assess you based on the previous advice. Then public exams they wouldn't get na grading system. If you not meet the grade, you for take the exam back. Otherwise, you know they ever go before with them. You know they go na polytechnic, or you know they go na other university.
Yeah. Like as I say, UK, the system now with the copy will go to plenty university because UK, an official country they will get university reach UK. Almost all the majors, even inside Leicester now, yeah, they get three universities, just Leicester. And all the
Now that
towns
make
around
they don't
Leicester,
sell them country to foreigners.
yeah. Yes, you get all the towns there now, yeah, again, University of Loughborough. Yesterday they passed now one area. At least in the university, I go past the back. I say, hey, this time again, university. So now that system they will one go na
Say
saloon.
now we
Where
get not to one go get on
no, yeah, no, well, well, tell me I say they want go with them because at least we don't get the 6334 now. Wait for don't make we use you hand them for where we develop ourselves, not to normal pass you go. Uh, then they are one me nephew.
Mm.
He bobo just did normal. You don't touch something still live here for ask us. That's why you not retire.
You know, go land carpentry or
So
go
I
land
don't imagine.
refrigeration.
Oh, I pay for that 1 year school. Let go do electrician. Let go be electrician. Now can tell me I don't pay. So this man not telling about any exam promotion. I don't see don't do. I don't do. I do it for pay for the second year. Nothing. The other man na host go rent go see the woman.
And look at
So
it.
imagine that this year back now your man come. Oh, let me get my one more chance. But don't be you don't get nothing for do. Oh, let them do. That's it. I no go help that man. That man no get interest. They talk to me. Say, Mr. Jallo, now I get back money. That one don't go back rent other house. Imagine that. Imagine that. We are the force of let go do electricity. Because electricity is the future. That's alone right now. The housing market is boom because all money one bill house. If you sabi do electricity, it make money.
Yeah.
But then the Bobo one go university. What you can do now? You don't see your sister don't come to university, not get work for do. You sabi how much people sabi around the world to come to university. My other Bobo, my other nephew, na engineering graduate, she don't in a house. Ah, when I saw something then I would try for telling people I say, go and use your hands. If you use your hands, today, you know, go say you grumble for what they eat or you complain about what they eat because what could they for do?
As
Any
a
kind of
matter of fact, one thing I think you have for begin tell them, going to those institutions, it will make life more comfortable for you if you migrate.
yes.
Because when you migrate, let's say you don't do electrician or carpentry in Sierra Leone, anyhow the quality. You migrate can Europe, you tell them say you get ideas in electrician. I don't know for other countries where you are and they give what and call competence test. And they put you through certain tests for test your competence. When they don't assess your competence, then they send you to one of the schools them for go improve on that skill day. Well, of course, Germany, their own system completely different. When you migrate into Germany, if you get legal status, the first thing then they do, then they carry go to an industry, outside they go, they learn the language, they learn the trade.
the trade, yeah.
So if you don't get that basic training in electrician, you come Germany, you say I don't do electricity, then they carry you go to that factory there. If you sabi the job out for Sabi, I swear to God, na permanent job you don't get so. But
Yes.
you can't, you know, Sabi nothing. Where
Ah.
you go did sweep hustling.
Anyway, so as I be talk, you know, see, Belgium, they come back to the whole country, they get two big universities. I mean, the Flemish side, the Dutch. They get one at Ghent and one at Leuven. Now they be the big university them. But Antwerp get, Hasselt get, and they get one at Brussels. These are five universities, all of London for 6 million people they get. But these people are well advanced in technology, advanced in everything.
Because then they equip the education.
Yes. So what I mean, I talk there. Why them people not the land? If they go say they go up in university na Kono, na Kenima, even McKinney Teachers College, they say they don't in nine and turn to an University of Science and Technology.
Then
You know
left the
them that
teacher training college.
yes.
And we need more teachers than universities.
Yes.
Another thing where I even forget for mention today is that the gradation in the quality of education, we don't understand them necessarily. That Emily Docker and pyramid, we don't understand them. We don't understand, say, kindergarten, first stage in primary, now there you need the most concentrated skills for teach. Now there you need the qualified people for teach. Now there you need for get the correct language where the picking go understand. Because from age 5 upwards to age 12, now they form the concepts demo, they take yourself through life. Sierra Leone, they don't put emphasis on that lower stage. It's all about universities. Because for them, education is show business. I get PhD. PhD, my foot, you don't even know how to produce a thing. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So, well, you know, you've been taught just no back, but the kind of education, Naimi could not get better electricity. You know, see, then there, we've been talk last week about the potential of Salon Hydro. And shamefully, Mike Berra and State House can write, see, go there in the bash and say, they go to Guinea for electricity, because we don't can occupy your land. The goodie, nine toxic, even the great United States, they import from Canada.
Now that is service, so don't worry with them.
No, because you don't know why then now business.
Now
Canada,
business, not
them,
to import them, they import them. Now business.
Now business. Because the one they wouldn't at the border side, if they say electricity cheaper na Canada, then they go buy.
Not all that safe. When you get like this West Africa power pool, what in the West Africa power pool means, then they provide a grid throughout West Africa. Every country can generate electricity, put under the grid. Yes, it becomes very competitive in terms of cost. You they sell low, yes. Now you then they buy too.
Yes, exactly. No, well, I want to talk about Canada. Now, because Canada, now that area where you could talk about, the intercommunal them, where they produce, where they provide electricity, they will be cheaper than those in the United States, that area. Even when they cross over the border.
You are quite, no, they're not a cross. It's like,
I mean,
the electricity there on the grid.
I know.
Every company getting website, you they go and say, "Are they taking electricity from?"
This is your business. Who has it crossed? I know you will cross. There is
but even Europe, that's where they operate.
Yes, we get EDF now. Yeah, EDF now France company. EDF.
Do you know, as you are speaking, do you know there is undersea cable from Norway through to Newcastle in England? England, they buy electricity from Norway. Go and find out what I'm telling you.
I know. I'm never going to therefore tell you, see. I know about that business. What do you mean?
Like, what is Sabi? Nice Sabi. So, now not for the argue with him. No, that guy is limited. He knows nothing about the world. He only knows what America and Salon.
At the cow that talk today, for buttress which you talk about, the kind of education we get, now make politics overcome the country. Because all what they're doing is political gimmick. If you can't talk about Guinea, say then get hydro potentials. You know the potential. Ask her. You know the potential of Salon in terms of hydro.
Sierra Leone has over 50 sites for mini hydro. Sierra Leone has 7 rivers that flow through an escarpment zone, which means Sierra Leone gets about 7 waterfalls. We can construct big hydro dam on. Yes. Does Mike Berewa know that? It doesn't. Because he's a functional illiterate.
No, yes, and not that because of the politics now. Not to
the politics now, the kind of education we get, not sabi even in country.
Which boy, I know, but Mr. Jallo, you see, politics, it don't take over a whole so much that even the one that we go school, then afraid for talking.
They're not afraid. They're not go school. Then go through learning. Now make a begin for distinguish between education and learning.
Yes, let me like the example. You know, go tell me, say the finance minister or the financial secretary, no, say, Sierra for don't do any austerity for serious austerity for a long time now. Where then it's done because they need to free for the job. Then they allow the politician to make them as a propaganda, say austerity, say austerity means the economy don't finish.
But our economy is finished. Say, Salon did through a period of stagflation. True of us, not to stagflation, then I say earlier.
Yes, where you get inflation and you get unemployment. Well, so you say, I would say I cover this talk, I would say the one put across now, yeah. If you go school, you know, say where you get a lot of expenditure for cover, where you income not match the expenditure, it means say for reduce the expenditure. Now in call austerity.
Now in control how they use your financial resources.
So, but if the politician they don't make that thing, it's in a taboo. They don't talk about that. But you, a finance minister, it tells you that finance minister don't know this basic concept. You know, Sabia.
And do they know that even in the home there is always austerity?
Mr. Jaro, they know all of what I try to talk about. The one that we go school now, because the education, now for help we develop. When I make you go to school, for make you develop policies. If you, as economic finance minister, you never tell the presidency, Mister, law we know hire more teachers again or nurses or political
Now the first
appointment there or
question for tell and blow for travel. Blow for travel. And the first and most important thing. Blow for travel. I need self calon.
Yes.
You say me tell Allah not travel boku. Austerity is about what you would call locally economize.
Yes.
Economize means if you get fixed income, prices they change, conditions they come, we go make things difficult because you get for overspend. You they cut down on certain things. If you be they eat 3 meals a day, you be eat 2 meals a day. Now austerity.
Austerity.
If me now 1 meal a day eat per day, not so only because of austerity, also for health reason.
Yeah, well, and this alone they want the 3 meals. Me exactly. Me
as you they grow older, you for eat less.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're going to die very soon.
And you know one die.
No, not so much. I mean, but before they've been afraid die, like I know she don't know how they tell me they me about in Benkila and Kikobo food to get. You mean say I'm afraid die? The only thing is, I will not willingly commit suicide. Two, I believe say there is a purpose for me that I have not fulfilled. So I therefore take care of my life. When that job is done, I'll easily take backstage.
You see, I take out this politics talk and education now because Sajalo, all of these people, then they are tell you if my brother work for 10 years, for 6 years, how much they get in benefits, right? Say then give for get back that the gross income we don't work, then get 40% of that as the day we come on office, where the government come out. So why are they bring them to there? So you tell me, na salon, na the lecturer, the common classroom, you go take government political appointment.
Because I know the end of term benefiting.
Yes, no get. Na pension, na you get.
The man no get end of term benefit.
Yeah. So you see,
even the pension, almost they get no pension.
Yeah, I know.
Me when they talk to me, they never pay me pension as alone. And they owe me pension.
As I be one guy, one man, he call he in America, okay, call now viewers. He talks in pension now only be okay make to 250,000 Leon. How much did we pay them now?
Well,
how much did we pay them before?
I don't
imagine that 250,000 now watching Nandi for get pension and salon.
Now too bread for me now, no.
So you see, they think they're all the politics actually because the politics they reward so much that the one they will go school, wait for them pass that knowledge to other people. Then if they for pass that knowledge then they abandon the classroom, then they abandon the lecture room, then go on politics. So just look at what is the apparatus in the country. The performance of the APC and SLPP for them BTD say if they put vacancy for candidates, they only forget candidates them. Don't they even kill each other for so?
Well, the point at issue, one problem they lead to another, then the other problem creates a bigger problem for the one problem we start with. Education creates a society where people then depend on patronage. Everybody, irrespective of status or whatever, you sell your ethical standards and become a sycophant, which some of us will never be. And this make we country don't rich so powerfully. I will never be sycophant to any son of born by a man, born by a woman. Because I believe I will make my own way by myself. It's not about being wealthy, it's about your ability to live sustainable, comfortable life. You
Some of us, we
understand?
know, yeah, some of us, we know anything there. For the thing which I try for talking there,
Mhm.
why it be say politics don't overshadow
Now the reason I
development?
don't tell you so. We education not able produce people that were able to live by themselves. So they get for play sycophant to somebody where they control their mind, control their thoughts. So what in at the end of it, that control of mind and thoughts, that's what we call politics in Sierra Leone, which is not politics.
The which I will go in the teaching business, this education we carry. See, the
Mhm.
one civil society man can talk say for over 30 years and now get curriculum. You believe that, Mr. Jallo?
Ask them who that make the curriculum. Because me know say when I go school, curriculum been there.
Curriculum day.
And they tell me go school, I been get well-equipped laboratories in chemistry, biology, and physics.
Physics,
We
agriculture.
been get music lab in our school. We been get carpentry workshop. It not been big, but we learned all those things. You understand? That's not the grammar school na freedom. I dey tell you, but I know say schools upline, they been get agriculture and other things. In
Yeah.
1978, I went to Yonibana to do teaching practice. Then we get a well-equipped lab, then we get music lab, then get piano, guitar, drums,
But
all
I
things.
just want to tell you, see, which you not get grammar school. If you go St. Francis, you wonder who you meet.
I
When they
know,
see physics, when they see physics lab them, not to one who
I
you
know.
get a whole block na
Yeah,
physics lab,
yeah,
get a whole block na biology lab,
yeah.
geography just again in lab.
Grammar school self, the building they when are they the labs, then they each floor na a
No.
lab.
St. Francis is so big.
I
Now
know,
2.5
and
miles
they have been they
around.
travel na Sierra Leone. I know.
Yes,
I know say
yes.
every school be equipped, and I know say up to 1980. Every year, then they replenish the labs then at the school because Crown agents been sign a contract with the government of Sierra Leone. And I know say at the time when I go university, now we two been there in my room, me and my roommate, all man get in bed for the dorm. Morning, we they go eat breakfast, we not pay. Lunchtime we eat lunch, we not pay. Even till they go eat rest, we not pay. Working ready for studying a net. We play together, man, they cook. We give them small thing and they put for in a bowl. We count a late net they study with. Now been they call say they double. Then the university, I been they get allowance.
No,
At the
if
university, when I ready for buy books, I they go now the library, what they say now the bookshop with a ticket with them give me. Now the ticket I they
so
go give and tick. Say you
Mr.
don't take
Jallo,
this, you
Mr.
don't take
Jallo,
this. So say now
beside
then
them,
they can praise. But this
no,
go
which
to
mean,
Ratawo Depa.
no, which mean you don't talk to right now, sef, for education budgeting. We try them pull the idea now talk say, oh, education now they don't fund and pass all. We try them pull this idea now.
Fund outing. Pan
No,
school they
because
will not get equipment.
yeah, we that time the way you talk about so we would they pay 75 Leon for rent books them. We get and they give full book curriculum books them. All the subjects we they do. They pay
Me
75
all the
Leon.
time what they jala no pay 1 cent for book na
No,
government of
then
Sierra Leone be
no,
pay.
na guarantee for the money. We
Okay,
return the book them
we
back,
they return the book back. So if anything well pan and then they deduct them
then pull,
from the money.
then the doctor.
We
Yes.
didn't have that. We they buy the
Yeah.
book a bill personal property.
No, they rent the book. They rent the books them where you finish the end of term before they give the result. If you count them, the books them back,
I know what you they talk.
then can give you your money back. I remember I wanted from 4 then give me physics.
Pass with them the doctor and the money.
Yeah, there was a result before I go. Because I don't know see that the thing don't lost. And I just for good taking now hold on there. Now exam time in Tifam. Exam time in Tifam. So I don't know now. I dey go now for go turn the book them back. I not see them. I go for result and not give me. I go
The
now I go
man
holiday.
say now then get curriculum. Ask and say that make the curriculum.
No, because I just dey try for tell you make it easy. Even civil society they are not helping because the information we dey carry with now wrong information. But would they counter them? The press they don't know nothing. We
Well,
don't get
I make some of who they talk. I make some of who they talk. The word go out there.
the last one why they put here. You ask the thing what I want put now back now because now education, Mr. Jallo, this not to make now table and they determine the grade them.
I know him.
Where they don't mark
And
the
they go
paper
pay
them.
for the grade.
Yes. No, because the government want talk say education don't improve, the past they don't improve. Now I make after they don't mark the paper them, now then they can't put the grade. Now I make now somebody want to sit maths, they get maths. Art students, they get 1 per maths, they get 7 per English.
But I know I want to tell you one thing before you go past for the a system though then they create so and get for slap them at them face like that wait. create a dysfunctional society. That society they become radicalized, it turn by you.
How can you do this? You go take exam education, you politicize them. Me, one sister in Peking. Mr. Jallo, he don't left the school for 7 years. Now, Sujaman, he can't sit to ask. He pass them clean. Now I say, oh man, how you pass this thing so? He don't go further. He don't go further for go study. Now he depend struggle now. But he passed the exam. What's we not go school for 7 years? Pass and clean with flying color.
And he not been the study, I'm sure.
Right now, so my other sister in Peking, he dey write me English now, yeah. Either na Creole or na German. I ask how you dey go sit exam with this kind of English? But if that Peking, if result come out this no so, Mr. Jallo, I go can't talk where result come out. My own sabi write nothing. Yeah.
We get disaster na salon for solve. We laugh no more.
You know, how can you do this? They go take education, you say they can't solve on a table. Huh?
Education not to buy and sell, not to trade a business, because education not to where they go take, not where you get for make effort for acquire. Now I make even the university degree, then they get a statement where then they write today, having fulfilled the condition. Having fulfilled the condition. Not so then they give you. Now you they fulfill the condition.
I cannot just imagine, see, they will do something dangerous like this inside education. Now you go sit the exam, then come enter figures them after they know the exam.
The destruction of the nation they take place so.
For make no more you say, now make I talk about this politics, now I don't take over the country.
See, and that politics now for set the next fire in that country. Now not afraid for talk.
No, not true. I'm there with you.
Sierra Leone is headed for a crisis bigger than the last 10 years war.
How can you do this? You point in the future. You go take exam grade, you get not having nothing. Why me other sister in Peking? He don't go sit, get the result now. I want to say university, I know the degree.
Because no say no sabi. I buy force for go university.
No, because you don't catch me finding result. Me,
the man don't reach you side them and say no put man.
Who's it? What I try for do is I know shall not give money, right?
Go land now be self-reliant, but you know say the thing not there.
Yes, all which I try to do for them all who make them take care of them mommy them. Say you don't go land, help your mommy now. But they say can't go university, the man don't lost for more than 3 years.
That's all.
The man the man who don't pass him. Fine grade them. Now they can't show me. The man don't disappear. Anyway, so the lab will
But
let
you
because
see, the fact of the country situation, that war, the greatest destruction we do now in the affect we so. The psychological society will get now. The psychology of people in the society will get now. All that you say, we socio-psychology. It's bad for the country in development. But anyway, we will do what we're able for see how we influence people for change. Yeah. Thank you for calling, sir.
No problem, sir.
We will meet on Friday.
Okay, sir. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye. Yes, Fambula, I think we don't come to today's program end. We will meet up on Friday. We will meet up on Friday, and some of we, it's a duty. Nobody knows will stop this. It's a duty to my country. I have to say it as it is. And okay, nobody had a massage ego in Sierra Leone. If it is wrong, it is wrong. If you don't like me for that, I'm sorry. But I have to do it for the sake of the country and posterity. And I thank you for listening to me. And like and share the videos. And for the new people coming, please subscribe. Subscribe, log grow this channel. Now they can listen to the nonsense while they talk. Very soon, maybe we'll go get other people they join we for make we they talk the nonsense. May to we all through the work. If they go on a short holiday, don't come back. Possibly, when I go see them on Friday at the platform. And I thank you for listening to we. On a good night.
Oh, what happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos. It's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe.